I'm gonna get this going now.
I'm gonna keep my perspective on Firefox because I think he's gonna be right in the middle of that action.
And I'll make sure Schnex doesn't cheat.
That's sidey. You definitely have to be worried about that.
Yeah. It's got no weapons. Okay, it's fine.
I just don't know that gunship is the right choice for them.
Yeah, with that many rails on the field, who knows? Hey, I don't think those banks will keep up.
It worked last time, right?
It's true, but I mean the 13th is very, very organized. So here we go.
Yeah.
Yep, 13 pretty eager.
They have to be aggressive.
Right. It's actually Soldat taking the fire.
Go for the FTL.
Okay.
Oh, jeez, I'm in a bad spot.
Both FTLs taking fire right now.
Firefox is taking a bit himself. He's banking early, well done for him.
Poison's hit a rock already, lost one ring. Banking immediately though. He's gonna get it off clean. 51th have got one vulture peeling him.
They've got exclusive, and who else?
Fighters out. Firefox.
They've got exclusive in the DBS and Poison's lance on the gunship at all times.
That's a Shady. Silent somewhere, is he?
Yeah, he's silent.
Must be.
That gunship is a sitting duck right now. He is literally sitting still and just eating damage.
Everyone's sitting still, eating damage right now.
He needs to get a move on.
This is the tank game. Tank game. Here comes Shady.
Yep.
Silent, definitely. Yeah, he's gone full silence. I don't know why he's gone full silent. Nobody's going for him at all. Might be wasting a lot of heat there.
Should be rail guns. I don't think he'll be silent. I think he's just popping sinks for the damage.
Yeah, probably. He's taking damage though.
Who in 13th is getting focused right now? Who's getting shot?
Poison, I think. Poison's taking all the damage.
They're a great bunch of lads, all of them. Just standing there together in the middle. Nobody's moving. Shooting at each other.
I mean, it's very easy to commentate.
That gunship is gonna get some trouble now.
Yeah.
Poison's still pretty tanky.
Nightshady's lost a quarter of his hull at this point.
Yeah, from his own rams.
It's fair enough, you know, they're not
91% hull.
Firefox just hit 60. He's ticking down very fast.
He's not
Poison took himself. 90% hull right now.
Yeah, God, he's got to be hot.
Aye. Spamming the rails and the banks. Maybe he's not sinking.
I took a look at his modules, and they're all in the 60s, 70s right now. So he's got to be very, very careful.
Malfunctions.
Yeah, he's gonna start getting malfunctions, and he's gonna start having chaff fail, heat sinks fail.
If he gets power plant malfunctions,
he's done.
You cannot damage your plant through heat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay,
Good info. Thanks. Firefox is gonna die.
Poison's just about to break.
Poison's about to break, yeah. Broken.
And he's broken. Wow, look at that whole goal.
If they can kill him fast, that's a good one for 51. They can bring the odds back, but he's going quickly.
I mean, Firefox is still up, 15% hull. He's not
Shady's all over the back.
Kuyu's at 50% hull, thereabouts.
Poison's,
yeah, he just hit a rock.
Got DD1. He's doing about 450.
Yeah. Isn't peeled off.
And he's escaped it. 51 did not manage to get him.
Poison's coming back into the fight for a kill though, by the looks of it.
Firefox will be dead in a second.
1%.
He's at 1%. He's done.
Dead.
Shady's at 43%.
They've got the mediums pretty low, but if that FTL gets his shields back.
I mean, 51st really need to get on either Shady or Poison right now.
Get on Shady right now. Kuyu's dying. Ooh, so quick focus from AA, but they're losing a lot of ships. A lot of health.
Shady's
so
he's got 30 drives?
Yeah.
I think they both have it, yeah. The mediums have DD1s. But Kuyu's not going to make it for long. I don't want to hit anything, I hear something.
Kuyu will be done in a second.
Yeah. Shady's coming back. Not the best move.
Well, he can't. He doesn't have shields to regen, so I mean, if he disengages, he can
can't
get out of the
abandon
fight.
the
Okay,
fight.
so Soldat has finally spotted poison and going after him. So it's FDL
Yeah.
on FDL,
It's bad. He should have gone after him a long time ago, and he's
Yeah.
going to run him.
and he's turning back. He's turning
Yeah.
back.
No DD
Good call for
ones.
them.
That's the thing about dirty drives; they're just so powerful right now.
Yeah, you need to have them on the mediums. Shady's low on health, but staying strong. Dying a lot.
7%.
Very quick with the multi-cannons though. And he's running again.
They've left too many people almost dead. 51st. They need to work on this.
It looks like a hit and run strategy though. I don't think any of the 51st guys have any.
I mean, the 51st guys have got fucking missiles on their small ships.
Yeah.
So did 51st lose another ship? I've got them 2 of 4. They got a silent runner, but I don't have any unresolved. I might have lost another ship.
Maybe they did.
I have
so
You know,
Soldat
their
and
small
not
ship. Their small ship. Their Diamondback.
The thing is, this is not out of the, like, they can pull this off.
They definitely can.
They can still pull this off, even though they're down.
Yeah.
My Shady's down at 15% now.
Yeah. That Soldat, he needs to bank early. He needs to bank now. Yeah, there he goes. If he gets feedback.
6%.
Oh, Shady is 6%.
Aye. They can do this
He's
pretty
running.
quick because poison's low
He's
as
gone.
well. They need a fast meat. They need a fast small. They don't have a fast small ship.
That's
I
the
don't think
problem.
the
Yeah,
DBS is fast
their
enough.
missile boat is gone.
Yeah. Aye. But if Shady comes back,
he's
all the time, he's gonna
chasing.
die.
So that is trying to chase Shady. Shady's turning back around 2% home. Shady's gonna be down.
I don't
to
want to
7.
ram. I don't want to ram into him. I'll make sure I get out of the way.
Yeah.
He's probably going to try and get that one ram. Oh, and Shady's
dead.
down.
Knockus got him.
Good peel from the Vulture. Good dispatch.
Wow.
But now they've got to get poison quickly because the FDLs are on pretty much equal health right now.
Yeah.
I think Kuyu at 11% would be a good target just to get that distro off the field.
Yeah.
Gets rid of the rails, but I think he's going silent. Very annoying
He
to
is
focus.
silent.
Wow.
11%
Soldat's
though.
taking shots
One
now.
pass.
9%. Get the multis on him quickly. Very narrow profile from the front, but they've got hit scans. They can do it. Close fight though.
6%.
They've got the Vulture constantly on the FDL. Very good move. It's going to limit his power distributor on those rails.
Yep.
He's running. He's in a fast ship.
Man.
They need to pull off that Cobra now.
Shit.
13th is doing a very good job at keeping themselves alive in minute.
You say
He's
that, but
4%.
Poison's run out of banks and he's just about to
just
go
about
down.
to break.
Poison didn't have banks. I think he got his shields back.
Oh, yes, sorry.
There,
No,
he's broke.
he does have banks. He didn't have any
He's
left.
broken.
Yeah.
Poison's at
No, he-
59%.
Yeah. He's running though.
He's outrunning Noctis though.
He's stalling. He's not actually running.
He's very
Much.
slowly
Kuyu's at
turning.
1%. Kuyu's down.
He's gonna die. Yeah. They
So
had that.
it's just poison right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had Poison running in a straight line from that Plasma Vulture. That's a very bad move.
I was about to comment that Vulture was a good move to keep in on the FDL. Basically limited the power that thing could put out.
Yeah, and it made
a lot of
the
damage.
FDL have to maneuver, but with stock distros, you know, that's a hard ask from a ship that's so dependent on shields.
Yeah. He's just
Oh.
gonna run it now. We might have to call it an end if it keeps going. I don't think 50 won't have any fast enough ships to kill him.
They can't catch him.
No.
So I mean, he could sit there and do hit and runs. He's got.
Yeah.
got.
What's the? He's
he's
gonna.
got
He can,
rails
if he
and
does hit and
multis.
runs though, he can. I guess he could recharge the shields every time and come back and hit and run and recharge. Oh my god.
I think with those plasmas, there will be bleed over when he's broken by them, and it will eventually end for him.
Yeah.
Right, here he comes.
Taking some damage.
They're straight on him.
Apart from anything else, that Vulture hasn't been touched yet, and it has a bye weave. He'll never
And
win that fight.
Still very strong. He's got his shields pretty much full, and I think he's got some banks and hit scan, so constant damage on that shield. He's gonna
Poison's
go.
about
Oh, he
to
just
go,
took the
yeah.
plasmas as well.
Yeah. Ooh, not evasive at all. Just trying to put damage on that FTL, but he's not doing it.
I just
not
wonder
doing well.
how much quicker this could have been over. Oh, he's broken. Poison's done. How
If they had
much
focused
quicker
from the
could this
start.
have gone if 51st had done proper focus?
If they had DD1s, I think it would have gone much better in the first place. They needed that.
I mean, they left a lot of DPS on that field for way too long, and they're very, very lucky the 13th couldn't make anything of it because when you see Poison's off, Poison's running again.
Yeah, but he's lost 10%. So every time he comes back, he's losing 10%.
But, I mean, this is just prolonging the inevitable.
He's not going to win by himself unless something catastrophically bad happens, like 5 asteroid crashes.
Shit, I've seen it happen. I've seen stuff like that happen, but at a certain point, you just need to.
He's chasing them.
Accept it.
He's chasing them outside the ring, though, so that's not going to happen.
Yep.
Bad place to run to.
Ah, he should be standing in the rocks. Like, it's crazy going out here.
Those rocks are free
I mean,
DPS.
As soon as his shields come back up, he's turning around and they're fucking on him straight away.
Yeah.
That's shields up. He's right in their weapon range, though.
He doesn't have any boosters on, I don't think. I think he turned them off, which means no health.
Yeah.
I think the next match either going to be very close or catastrophically unclose. Because they'll have learned each other's tactics a little bit.
And if 51st should really swap that gunshot out for an FAS, I think.
Yeah, and if they have DD1 stored and 13th don't have a better strategy than just hit and run, oof, it could be a massacre.
I mean, 13 needs to get it together. That's 3 rounds in a row that they've dropped.
They're not done yet, but yeah.
I mean, whatever they're doing is not working for them.
They're being super aggressive, but at the same time, they're conserving their health in the wrong way a little bit. You can hit and run technically.
This is going to be the end, I would say, unless he can get a really good pass.
I think he's going to be another 10% off his hull, and then he's going to maybe get it back up at 5.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
I don't think there's any escape from this.
He's turning back, he's screwed. He's going to die.
And that's the GG.
Yep.
First round done.
End of the game, explosion.
1 up for 51st. 1 up for the French, you guys.
Just call them 5-1.
51st. Okay.
Good fight, good fight.
Close enough fight, but I think if 51 have any DD1 stored at all.
If they had proper focus. I think a lot of that was a lack of information within their team. That's what it looked like to me, because there were people with shields broken, people on the verge of breaking, and nobody swapped. Nobody changed their focus. I would imagine it's just a lack of communication.
Looked to me like a lot of peel requests. Like a lot of, I'm getting focus, please.
It's a good point.
This. Looked to me.
Yeah, they had a lot
like
of, like 3 or 4 people chasing one another in a chain, that kind of thing. So.
It's just, I think Poison didn't take much damage first of all, and then he was the main DPS on that gunship. Then he was taking fire again. So a lot of peel requests, a lot of friendly conservation.
That's the thing. Gunship is just very, very hard to keep alive, especially when you strip out so much the hull for fighter hangar and all sorts.
You can do well in it, but you have to just sacrifice everything for DPS. Just do damage, screw the health. You can't survive in it. Just do as much damage as possible.
Exactly.
Where'd Phil go?
I'm here.
He's over here.
Got a big wing space for those.
Yeah,
I really want to loose these torps on snacks. Oh, so badly. I wonder would he die?
I think
He will.
It's only 2.
He more than likely will die inside way.
How long is the stream delay?
30 seconds. So you gotta
I'll leave it until the second
no,
match.
shoot your shot.
Elimination. Hi there.
Okay, back in a minute.
Yep.
Oh, it's not moving. I think he might be. Is he AFK?
I think so.
Hang on.
Jesus Christ.
If he's not AFK, then that'll notice him. No, he's AFK. Oh.
Don't try anymore.
No, it won't do it. I promise.
Planet.
There you go.
Oh!
Oh
Whoops.
no!
Rip.
Oh no!
I was just trying to plan him. I didn't know he'd die right off the bat.
Should have gone. Should have gone for the life support.
We got a guy in an ASP scout of all things the other day. We shot out his drives, shot out his life support, and made bets on how long he'd live.
We shot this vulture to CG the other. This is like probably 3-4 weeks ago at this point.
Yeah, I remember that part. That's when I was killed by you guys
Probably.
mercilessly. Right before that. Okay.
Maybe it was you. I don't think it was you, but there was a vulture
No, I was
that
in
we
Maine.
planted. We planted 6 times, I think. Every time he'd reboot, every time he'd get back up, and we'd shoot it out again. He'd get 1 boost off, and then he'd die, or not die, but his power
Actually, I did the same to one of the GPL guys a while ago. I kept shooting out his drives with long range pulses every time on a planet surface. So you get them back up, I'd shoot at his drives. You get them back up, I'd shoot at his drives again.
I actually had a very interesting fight against 2 clippers, and of course with the big buy weaves, you kind of have to dedicate to one ship at a time, and it was, you know, one of them had like cannons and whatnot, I believe heat cannons, I'm not sure, and then the other had, you know, just a traditional gimbaled multis and I think 2 frags as well. But it was
weird mixed loadout.
Yeah, it was a very unusual fight though. Like I've never fought double clippers before, and having 2 ships against you that can both completely outpace you is really unusual.
Long range.
That's exactly it. I was running a hit scan build, so it was kind of, it's only a matter of time, but there was a lot of that, like shooting out the plant, then they regen their shields, boost out of range, reboot, and then I'm fighting the other one in the meantime, and it's just, ugh. Like a half-hour long fight, you know?
Yeah. So how long do you think? Do you think any changes are going to happen here?
Might see a few more dirty drives sneak in, who knows? Depends on what they have kept away.
I hope 51 comes up with something else in the gunship, and I hope they bring DD1s, because they can win that a lot easier if they have that speed. That's the one thing that was keeping 13th alive.
Yeah, I mean 13th.
Basically.
I don't know what. So 13th has a problem right now. I mean they're running dirty drives, so they should have the engagement advantage, but they're just not capitalizing. They're not. I don't know.
They're not adapting. That's the one thing. They've got a solid strategy and they don't want to leave it, and it kind of works, but they're not adapting it quickly enough, and they have the ships to adapt. They've got a small ship that's pretty tanky. It's difficult to hit. They've got fast ships as well.
I mean, I just don't know that. I know Kuyu knows his Cobra, but I just feel like that's not a good enough ship. They could have a Vulture. They could have anything, any other small ship. Cobra, I just don't see as being.
Cobra's, it's that weapon placement kills it.
Yeah.
The stupid. He's got the Seekers on the smalls, which have basically no ammo. It's fast though, but I guess that won't really help you that much. A Viper with enhanced drives is faster.
Viper is a very, very tanky ship because it's got a small profile. Cobra, when you're perpendicular to it, I mean, it's just, you can't miss. Face on, it's very hard to hit, but perpendicular, so in a wing fight, it is so easy to hit.
Not only that, but at low hull, you will actually penetrate to the plant from the front of the Cobra. So it's a really bad ship against all these rails.
Yeah.
51 running any rails though. At least not many. It's mainly.
Yeah, that's another surprise for me. I think, like, imagine how that round goes if they have rails and dirty drives. I mean, I think 13th maybe gets the gunship, maybe.
Gunship has a lot of damage potential with the rails. Breakfast,
Yeah.
how tanky is that Type 6?
Not very. It's just like speed and whatever I could fit
So
in
it's
from the.
No, it's pretty tanky.
It's size 3 byweaves.
Ah, okay. Finally getting some ventilation in this stupid room. Probably 50 million
What's that
insects as
plan?
well. Jesus Christ.
I'll 4-0-2 you backwards.
I'm faster than
No.
you. Fuck you.
I don't think you are.
Oh no, wait, no, it's not this ship. My scout is faster.
Get them.
Hey. Ugh, the enforcers, they're so annoying. Ugh. I know what I'll do, I'll chaff.
Fast regen. Shred the byweaves. Jesus, I hate aiming rails with this thing.
Okay, I'd like to be alive for this.
Really though? Ah, whatever.
I hope 13th win this. I want to see this go to
Yeah.
third round.
Oh, that'd be very good, yeah.
This will be the first one that goes to 3 in the finals, right?
No.
Which other one went?
51st.
RNG.
Yeah, versus the Renegades. Went to 3 rounds.
Yeah, that was rather painful to watch on my end. Oh dear. I just want to see a faster match. That match was just drawing out a loss. I think they would have each actually done better if they just didn't keep running and just use the rails. They didn't really use them that much. They used them at the start, but then they realized their ships were dying so quickly. Also, Shady ramming without any shields when he wasn't taking focus.
It's just giving free. Like, yeah, you're doing damage, but you're trading.
It's not as
You're trading your hull for their shield or their hull.
Might as well just.
Thing is, the hull has resistance, or sorry, the shield has resistances to that because pips exist.
Yeah.
Whereas hull, you're just losing raw megajoules. It's not worth it.
Also, he should have just.
Unless you get a break.
Spammed this. He should just sat still and spammed. He shouldn't have boosted around like that. Nobody was shooting at him until after Poison ran away. But yeah, I'm curious to see how they're going to change it. I'm hoping both wings come with something different. Although 13's loadout was pretty solid, I think.
Alright, we're starting to get people back in.
Yeah, I've got 3 or 4 of 51st. Poison is on his way.
No change in wing comp for 51st.
Yeah, I think the 2 Seekers on that Diamondback is a big mistake. Like, I mean, that went out early. They would have wrapped up that fight so much faster. Back with the gunship again. I mean, that could be fake.
I think having the Seekers on the FTL is quite good. At least, you know, it survives late into the fight.
Yeah, well, having both your Seekers on one ship is crazy, I think.
I've actually got
like we did that because we were just like, here, fuck it. I'll be completely honest, there wasn't all that much thought into that. But I think having one on a small, something like the Diamondback that's kind of hard to take care of and at least will often be left till last, and then having one on one of the mediums. Especially, you know, if you have 2 high value mediums, it's very nice to have, like, you know, give them one juicy target and one target that's very dangerous. And then sort of, you know, they kind of have to split in such a weird way. It's almost always going to work in your favor.
So I've actually got to change of strategy here. It looks like full multi cannons on the FDL for 13th.
Because he completely cooked himself.
Well, I think it's mainly that he couldn't do any damage when he was taking heavy focus.
Yeah.
I think that's it. But he still has 3 sinks. Why does he have 3 sinks?
Why is he already overheated? He's already lost module integrity.
He's
98% hull.
lost 2%. Yeah,
Who?
poison. What's he done?
He's already 98%
I'd imagine that was
hull.
from the drop.
I mean, did he crash
Bad
into the
run.
rings?
Must
Maybe. But seriously though, 3 sinks with a full multi-loadout? Isn't that a bit of a waste of megajoules? It's not necessary.
I'd imagine they didn't think to refit the boosters.
Hey.
It's always nice to have an extra sink or two, though, just for those moments, you know, pop one before your shields go down so that you're cold when you break.
I know, but
Yeah.
3?
Yeah, I know.
It's a way. They could just, might as well put an extra chaff or 2 on there. Better.
I mean, so it could make sense, right? Because if he's firing a lot and he's got a hot build, it can allow him to sustain some alpha, right?
I was going to say, yeah, if he's 402, he can't sustain 5 multis, but with a heatsink, he can.
Yes, I guess so. But then he's also
So-
going to die a lot faster because he's
At
going
least
up to-
he can use them for offense still.
He can try and put the banks into action to avoid key feedback a little bit. Kind of go cool and then hide and then feedback. But yeah, gunship.
Poison burned off. Where's he at?
He's 10k away, I can still see him.
He's enjoying his GD1s.
Be back in a second.
Okay. I think Poison's going to try to leave.
All right. What are we still waiting on?
Just Poison here. That's all, waiting on 3 at
He's
13.
got to repair his ship.
No, he hasn't. Okay, there's one more here.
So where's his wing?
One more has arrived. Some cold that's gone silent behind me. I'm guessing it's shady.
I see no point. We can still see him. We will always find him. We know all the secrets here. Kuyu's here.
Yeah, 3 or 4 now.
So, any changes? Not on the Cobra. Okay, we've got a Vulture instead of a DBS this time. PA and Beam, 2 defense, 2 chaff, so high damage. And the anti-secret defense. So, a lot more varied, let's put it this way. It's a more variation in the builds that 13 are bringing out to the table this time. Looks like they weren't satisfied with their last comp, and I don't know. They did really well in it, in my opinion, considering how much damage they did early on.
I mean, 13th absolutely owned the beginning of that fight, and then it just turned on him.
Threw it away.
Yeah. I mean, I think they both fucking threw it away, really, and it was just 51st got more lucky than 13th.
It's bad tactical decisions.
Okay, so 51st is moving over to where 13th is.
Yeah,
You
and
gotta
have
get
a look.
everyone down in groups. Everyone's at the top of the groups.
Yeah, I will. I'll pull them all down in here.
I'll be right back.
So if you're for 13th, what do you do different in this fight right now?
What would I do different? I wouldn't be fucking ramming people in FAS anyway. I mean, there's absolutely no reason for it.
Or I'm back. Jesus. I had to douse
I mean, do you
myself
think-
on something.
Do you think they focus FDL first until death and then switch to gunship? Or
I mean,
what?
yeah. I mean, you could just, whoever has your seekers, you could ignore the gunship and whoever has the seekers just shoot fucking fire every time.
Yeah.
And
To
just,
be honest, I wouldn't waste seekers on that. I'd keep the seeker on the person who's about to break, and I would say go for the gunship first, because working through those FTL shields if you don't get the initial break is just too difficult. Like, it takes too long, and you'll end up losing your own medium around the same time. If they go for the gunship and actually stick to it, chances are they can at least seeker his weapons off or kill him before anything else happens.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I don't know. Ugh. They're in a tough spot. So everyone sees 4-4.
I think so.
And check, confirm, and then let's
4
get this
4
fight
on
on the way.
13th.
I've got 4 or 4 on everyone, but
4 4 on everyone. I hate these NPCs getting in the middle of everything. So yeah. It looks like 13th have gone back to what they used to run, really. More similar to what they were running before.
All right, we ready to go?
Flight assist off.
Yep.
On 13th, let's run in.
I've noticed I'm hitting a lot fewer rocks in this.
I've just stopped boosting around. Most of the fight, everyone's just spinning around in a circle, so I can just FA off
Yeah.
around.
Just, I was gonna say move back like 2 or 3 kilometers and just watch.
I have no idea how annoying the SEC fight was to cover. Everybody running around so much.
Yeah.
Or are we starting?
We're
Getting ready to.
I'm gonna stick with Poison on this first one. I think he's gonna get shot right off the bat.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick on the gunship.
I'm gonna stick on Shady actually. Curious what he's gonna do first, if he's gonna be as aggressive as he was before.
I'm actually gonna stick on the missile boat from 51st. I'm interested to see what he does.
If they
Will
lose
they
that
put him on the gunship, which is the obvious choice to start with, or will they do? The thing is, they're going against an unshielded team, so they can really just give him free reign.
if 13th doesn't go for the missile boat, they're gonna have some trouble. I would put the Cobra on the missile boat at least.
I was gonna say I would try my best to put more than that on him.
I mean, if you're the missile guy on 51st, you just spray missiles at hard points and move from person to person to person.
Yep, that's all. your only job.
That Cobra especially is so vulnerable.
Alright, here we go.
Very cautious start, no movement.
Got 10 seconds.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Here we go.
Alright, slow movement from 13. Poison's leading charge, boosted out there. Very aggressive.
51st pulling out very slow as well.
Yeah. And they
Oh,
are
actually-
straight for the gunship.
And Shady as well, is taking fire.
The gunship sneakily sat behind me.
So they've got one FDL on Shady. Gunship is a ooh big ram on Shady there. He's at
Kuyu's
82%
taking
already.
hits to his weapons from those Seekers.
Yep.
No
Poison's
Seekers
in
on
a ring
Shady
and a
though.
half.
Oh, Firefox is broken.
Uh-oh.
When he was about to bank, ouch.
Oh, and he hits a rock.
You're flying too much like an FDL on that thing.
Yep. Poison's banking.
Poison's low. Shady's taking a lot of damage from that vulture.
Oh yes, he's barely moving. Jesus.
Oh,
That is
he's
not
got an
gonna
FDL on him as
do
well.
well for him.
No, he's being a lot less aggressive than last time though, not ramming. Which is I guess the pro. No self-inflicted damage.
He's got Soldat absolutely tearing into
Oh,
him.
rams the gunship. Bad move from both
Shady at
ships there.
43%.
Yeah, he lost a lot of health, like 30% when he rammed that gunship, which is completely unnecessary.
That gunship is going out fast out. It's 7
Yeah,
8.
but I mean, they're gonna
It was
trade
gonna
it for
die
Shady.
anyway.
Yeah.
It was
They're
gonna die
trade it for
anyway.
Shady. They didn't have to
And
lose
Poison's-
Shady.
Yeah,
Really,
it would
really
have died
poor
anyway.
strategy.
Don't ram it. Yeah. What's Poison look like?
Poison's at 90%, 90% hull, and 83% shield. He's cooking himself
How
again.
is he? How? What is he doing? He's got 3 sinks.
Does anyone on the other, on 51st have phasing or something?
No.
No.
I don't think so. Even then, it wouldn't do that much damage that quickly. Shady's gonna die.
He's got 5 multis. His
11%.
modules aren't cooked, but his hull is.
Shady's getting ready to die. 4%, 2%,
Yeah,
1%, gone.
And he's gone.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
wait, no.
he's gonna go.
There
Now
he's
he
gone.
can-
He's gone.
Right.
I was just counting in my head.
Here
You know?
comes
Now
the
it's gonna be
FDL
Poison.
focus. So they've traded medium for medium.
Yep, but their FD has more health.
They need to get on each other's FDLs. Yeah.
Poison's pre-banking, wasting a lot of that capacity.
Yeah, actually,
But
he's just
you're better
banked
to get
completely
something
from-
out of it than nothing, so...
He got pretty much nothing from
Kuyu's
that bank. though.
70. Kuyu's going down. They're shooting Kuyu right now.
Yeah.
FDL's
Get the
on
missiles
Kuyu.
out before their FDL's hull is exposed. It's a good
Well,
idea.
Poison wasn't doing damage for a lot of time, so it's not that bad of a trade. Exclusive's taking a lot of fire actually.
Yep.
He's
It
almost
looks like
broken.
they've split.
Yeah.
Not a bad move.
Yeah.
Take out 2 small
Exclusive's
ships.
about
without
to
Exclusive
break.
doesn't
expecting it.
even have banks on that vulture. Oh my god.
No. He
That's not a very good move.
He's got 2-point
He's
defense
broken.
though, so he could still survive the Seeker ambush.
Plasma beam as well. He is completely disabled once he has fire on him. Because that size 5 Bywave is going to suck up his entire distro, then he won't even have power for the
Yeah,
countermeasures.
and actually it's a pretty decent move because Poison's only got multis, so he's not going to be that
God damn it.
successful versus
Yeah. I saw that, Phil.
the good
I
job.
hit one too.
80% already on exclusive, and he's not faster than that FDL. At least it doesn't look like it. He's not outrunning them. Aha. Not this time.
So that's at full shields right now.
One thing I've seen a lot of, which I actually enjoy seeing, is the split gimbaled fixed loadouts. You know, fixed hit scan, gimbaled multis like Soldat there. Very, very effective.
Exclusive.
Really
Oh, it's
punishes people.
exclusives planted.
Oh, rip.
Oh.
Oh, he's out of it again.
They didn't fucking. Oh.
Oh!
Oh,
He just panic
bad
boosted.
boost. Bad boost.
Oh
Bad
no! And I was just about to say, God, 51st really fucked up there. Didn't capitalize on that
Capitalize.
plant. Yeah, but exclusive
He's done
done the job for them.
44%. He's done.
Kuyu's
There's
also been
another
taking
plant
fire.
malfunction.
Kuyu's at 49 right now. He's been taking constant fire from the vultures performing a peeling roll. Oh, the Tux just died. Got a ram off.
Exclusive.
Doesn't matter.
Malfunction again.
Exclusive's
He's
dead.
gone.
So now it's Kuyu and Poison versus all that. I was going to say snacks.
Both
Whatever.
30 guys.
It's the guys that are
well.
left.
I
Like
mean,
last time, they killed the gunship
that
fast.
Cobra's
but-
Cobra's done. He just he just rammed something. I see him off over here, just spinning. He might be planted. I haven't seen any thruster movement out of him. He's just
I hate
coasting.
this.
He's done. Kuyu's dead.
Alright, so just
Well,
poison now.
It's the end of
Just
that
fight.
fight.
At least he can do some damage this time. But
He can't.
his
This
modules.
is over. Jesus.
Chef's at 71.
How did he lose so much hull? Because the first time I checked, his modules weren't down, so he mustn't have cooked himself. I don't understand what happened.
No, his modules are pretty. Just check if he
modules
has.
are all cooked.
Okay, he's banking now, so if he's
They
not
weren't the first time. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, he's using heat sinks. So
Yeah.
Check if he's taking phasing.
I don't think so. I don't
He's
think so.
not. Because if he was taking phasing, his modules wouldn't be damaged. It would just be.
It could have been one of those momentary breaks where you take a ram while banking. So,
Well, no. I mean, all of his modules are cooked. He doesn't have a single module
Yeah.
at 100%.
But 10%.
Originally, when he lost to 10%, his modules were fine though.
Yeah.
You sure? He's
100%,
banking.
yeah.
Good banking.
Wow.
Yep, he's
That's-
getting them off at least.
But there's hull has gone down again.
Yep.
Jesus.
But oh, I don't know. Hang on.
Yeah, he's cooked himself. The cargo hatch is way lower. He's spamming the banks faster than he's spamming the sinks. It can happen. He has to bank now. I think he's out. Why is he flying in open space? He's got a whole asteroid field.
I think a lot of the issue here is that most of 13th traditionally don't fly with shield cells. They fly with a big boosted shield and hull underneath, and that's it. It's a very easy ship to manage, but I think they may have gotten the better of Poison in these fights.
Poison
Yeah.
was running that though early on. I remember in the
Just-
qualifiers he was running that.
You didn't run banks versus us. I
Yeah.
believe.
No, they didn't. I mean, they haven't ran banks for any of the
He's
qualifiers
just
either.
straight
I
lining it
mean,
now.
look, 13th know what works for them. They're not great at pit management, so on and so forth. So just run ships without banks.
And now he's just gunning. At least he's going towards the asteroid field. That's one thing. That's a good thing. Okay, this time we're killing the Sidewinder first.
Yeah.
I'll lock the torps. I'll get it ready.
I think Poison's got DD1 again. Yeah, he's outrunning them completely. I'll keep
I
following
mean,
him.
it's like, what's the strategy here? It's over. It's
Reboot
over.
maybe?
I mean, just turn around and try to ram people.
I'm gonna
Long
stick on
reboot.
him. Yeah, he's gonna take fire. And he's in a close range brawl, and he is not gonna survive that.
It's burning off again.
Looks like he's running lightweight hull or something, because maybe that's why he was taking so much heat damage to it.
Which doesn't have the integrity.
Yeah. Yeah. No. You're not gonna get your shields back up in time, buddy. He's doing
So we're
damage.
getting,
but not
getting
long.
snacks first.
Well, it's not going to take us all to kill a Sidewinder.
Well, we should knock out his life support and then leave him, and then go for the other guys.
Soldat maybe. He's gotta be out of banks by now.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
Poisons, yeah.
pulling hard points.
And that's the GG.
Got one rammer.
2-1 to 51st.
Alright, so who do we go first?
I'm going after Soldat.
Max
Roger.
is mine.
This is a lot easier to hit.
No, snacks, stay still.
Can I get a peel?
Banking. What, you want is there a kill back on you right now? Good corner.
Slight issue. Torpedoes are slow.
Well, his snack's running.
Accelerated shield generation.
Yeah, he just boosted like once. The torpedoes are trailing so far.
You should have rammed him first. Oh, I'm on a real animal crap. Synthesis. Alright, got rails back.
Oh, I got snacks, but his shields didn't even drop. Oh no.
Right, get on the FDO, it's still got banks. Survived a lot of punishment this thing. Okay. Does anybody have feedback?
Nope. Banking.
Oh, yes.
I don't know why I'm calling that. Like anyone can stop it.
It's just second nature, yeah.
Ramming speed. Oh, nice ram. Nice ram. Phil, you lost a lot of health though.
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Taking
I'm surprised we don't see more rapid banks in open. Because, like, calling
Heat is too
banking
much.
against rapids is useless. Like, most people can't, you know, select the target, turn, aim, fire quick
Oh
enough.
god, I just got alpha. Yeah, but at the same time, on an FDL you lose so much. Not worth it.
warning. Temperature critical.
I would say it is. You're better off being sure to get something out of it, or at least more likely to. Besides, you can get positive reinforcement values.
Under attack.
Especially with, like, grade 2 and 3, it's very easy.
Running.
Can I get a peel, please? Yeah, that's
Definitely
definitely
a
gonna
deal.
die.
I'm getting focused.
Those enforcers are awesome.
Oh, I love how they do no damage to you once they use leashes. The hitbox is just so small. Jesus, the real ammo is terrible. It's almost broken, lads.
I'm running for the asteroids. I know I'm faster than them, so
Yeah, Surge always win.
I can't even do anything. I don't know why I'm here. I'm just gonna leave.
Ram.
no, get the kill, get the kill. Get a ram.
Okay, okay. I'll see if I can land at least one. Not the heaviest thing in the world, but you never know.
Ah, we're pretty decent.
Flight assist on.
I'm gonna see if I can ram this FDL if he's stupid enough to ram me. No, he's not.
Flight assist.
Fucking
I've got chaff, motherfucker.
my canopy's gone. I'm fucked.
Oh, you got rails, don't you? Oh, you're using enforcers.
Oh god, I hit somebody else. Oh no.
It's okay, Phil. Just get really, really close. It's almost broken.
Target that plant.
Yeah. Shit. Why am I missing this range? There you go, it's broken.
Get the plant.
Low hull, low hull. Lightweight. I see lightweight.
Oh, here it comes. Ugh.
Nothing.
Do that.
I love how it did fuck all as well.
Eject.
Phil, we can't lose this. It's make them surrender or die.
Oh no. No, he's going for the Type 6. Haha,
I'm
eat
I'm
it.
gonna ram him. Missiles incoming.
Do I
Crap.
have double chaff? Oh, I do. Nice.
Why are there missiles incoming? Why are they shooting missiles at a shielded ship or whatever?
I'm fucked.
Crap, I don't have any ammo anymore. Okay, full ramming speed.
Yeah, I cooked myself.
I think we've lost this, boys.
Yeah, in my head.
Shit.
Crap.
All the
I'm bringing
tactics in the
engineer
world
weapons next time.
can't save us.
Just bring like an FDL, fully modded FDL.
Yeah, just dunk.
Oh my god, there's 13th in here. Oh wait, no, Firefox. Shit.
Firefox
back.
came back. They done this the last time as well. Actually.
Fuckers.
Oh, that's funny.
Fucking cunt.
I'm done.
Oh no, I've got multiple ships on me. You can't catch me, motherfucker. That's right. I can outrun those missiles.
Okay, so do we want to do interviews?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who do
let's
we have
interview
up?
the 13th, guys.
I think it'd be nice to get both of them in the same room if we can.
Yeah, well,
because,
that's what I'm trying to do.
Wait,
yeah, that was very good in the first season. I remember.
let's see if I can lure this FDL into a ram. Just curious. Just come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. You can come. Come to daddy.
Drifted in front of him, going for a ram now. Oh no, I'm not,
Come
because
on.
this thing doesn't fucking handle well at all.
Come here, motherfucker! Oh, I missed him. Oh god, this is so stupid. I hate this ship.
I wish I had rails. His shield's been down for so long. You would have
Ah,
been
that was
fucking
snacks.
planted by now. God damn it. Ugh.
Wait, that's the wrong ship. I don't want to go after him. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Well, they've got 1600 hull to chew through, so.
Oh, here, fuck this.
See, this, my friends, is how you fly in an asteroid field. You use the asteroids.
I give up.
Don't give up on me, Melon. The best you're still
I'll come back in the Diamondback to survive.
Yeah, just come back in something really, like, just bring Conda.
Something. Bring the Type
Turbo.
Yeah.
Turbo Conda. So,
Okay,
who are we going to get on the interview, Phil?
Don't you dare ever get close to me.
Poison has offered to do it.
Okay.
I hate that FDL.
Just stay alive. That's all you need.
See, if I was in a Viper Mark IV, I could actually use laterals to get a ram off, but I can't because this thing doesn't have any laterals.
It's like turn and yaw.
What are my resistances anyway on this stupid thing?
Be back in a sec.
My resistances are like, yeah, 45% all around. It's not bad. This time, you will not escape. Oh, he still did. Come on, Melon.
I'm just about to get to Kennecott now. You have your beacon up, Ryan, yeah? This is highly important.
I've got my beacon up, so you should be fine. Oh, you can't hit me with PAs, fool. I'm too small for that. This ram is gonna be a ram. No, it wasn't. Jesus, this thing is way smaller than an FDL. Normally you can clip them with the wings, but you
Ow.
can't do it. What did you do?
Had a meeting with the toast rack.
There, this time, buddy. This. Oh my God, is he playing with me?
Okay, I'm docked. 2
Are
seconds.
we streaming my struggles right now?
Probably.
There you go. This is a ram. There you go. That's right, lad. I weigh a lot more than you. Come back here.
Ryan, are you back yet? Okay, as soon as Ryan gets back, I'm gonna drag in. God, it seems like all
Shit,
51st
it's a
are
rock.
joined. Okay, exclusive is joined as well.
Well, if you want 51st to join, they'll have to stop fighting me first.
All right. Do we want to drag one of them
It'd be better
down?
if they're speaking under duress, you know.
Okay, yeah. I'll drag them in. Hang on. I'll just go up and make sure they're not fucking being racist or some shit up there first.
Oop. Shit, that's a rock.
Okay, bringing them in now. Now,
That was such a consistent
Okay.
rhythm. It was very nice.
Everybody's here.
everybody's here. So for everyone on the stream, we've got a whole load of 51st, and we've got exclusive and poison. So we've got trolling. Right, I'm just gonna say it now. I'm gonna fucking ruin your names. So there you go. So we've got patrolling, Datux, exclusive, Firefox, poison, and snacks.
Shit.
So good fight, both sides.
Thanks.
Definitely.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Tactic wise, and you want to give us a few secrets, maybe how each side done it? Maybe 51st, you can go
Yeah,
first.
let's go 51st.
Shoot first, think last. Yeah, we made a little bit of tactics for the beginning of the fight, and apparently it was very effective because we won. So I cannot. I don't know what you had into. Yeah, it's what very it was very tough into the very beginning of the fight. Once again, I lost with my gunship. But I managed to take everybody enough time to make all the people win for this time. It was the goal. It was the main goal of the gunship. It was
Packet loss.
he's here to hit. Ah, je perds des paquets. Oh putain. Bon. Ok.
Go.
Ouais, je me tais parce que j'ai la cou en carton.
Ah,
Vas-y.
sorry,
So,
lost these connections. Too much emotion.
All right. Well, I can say what happened with us basically. I can say that our match against AA last round really influenced us and impacted us. You know, we were so dominant in the preliminaries. We had that crazy alpha and focus fire damage and basically crushed everyone in front of us. And they really scared us with that face tanking value of the Python last match. And it in part did happen because we switched up who was in possession of our rail, and so that was the big no there for our part. Rather than taking what works, we tried to change it up a bit. Then coming into this match, the matches that we got to see really influenced us too. So we saw the success of the grade 1 dirty drives that RSM and STC was running. So we tried to do something similar, but I think where we went wrong, it worked, but where we went wrong was going from that vulture that we were so successful with putting out so much damage. We brought it back in round 2, but I had dropped the rails that I was previously carrying. And so yeah, we basically just shifted up our tactics rather than sticking to what we knew worked, which was our everyone was carrying 2 rails, so we would have 6 rails across our wing. We had a corrosive, an emissive, a target lock breaker, and that was pretty much it in our feedback. And
Yeah,
we
gotta say-
experimented too much, so
Yeah, I gotta say I was very surprised because I mean that's one thing we've all remarked on, that you guys know what works for you, you stick with it, and it has worked very well for you so far. And then when I saw the change up today, like I was kind of saying, this could either be a good thing or, I mean, it could go.
yeah.
very
My
bad.
experience with shield cell banks.
as well.
Yeah, I don't normally carry shield cell banks very often. I know how to use them. I was banking early, but part of the issue as well is one of my shift keys is also was how I had my banks mapped. I didn't realize it was going to impact me so well because I don't normally use banks, but if I was deploying a heatsink or a chaff, I was firing, I was also firing off a bank because I have a shift key on my HOTAS, and I forgot that my shift key plus my trigger used a bank, and my shift key plus my secondary trigger was for chaff. So while I was shooting and chaffing, I was deploying a shield cell bank, and I was really dropping the ball on that one. Yeah. So at least I know what I did wrong and I could learn from it. But
yeah. So question. So I can't speak for everybody, but in the first fight, it looked like you guys were out in the lead. Like you broke Firefox right off the bat. Everyone was just kind of sitting in a little furball, just laying into him, and you dropped him, and then it looked like you guys were in control of the fight. What happened? What happened right after that when the fight started turning against you? And I noticed Shady kept disengaging and pulling away to try and get the focus off of him, which I think was a very smart move on his part, right? Because if you're sitting halting, you're going to eat that damage unless you get out.
So what happened there is Shady and Kuyu are our two most reliable rails in the wing. Exclusive and I are good, but we're not as 100% accurate as those guys are. And so we didn't actually break Firefox right off the bat in the first round. We screwed up with the fact that we weren't landing our feedback rails to pop those shields like we normally would have. So that's where we kind of went wrong there. But at the same time, it was at the expense of Shady's maneuverability. We came back next round. You guys saw in the second round, we got his shields down almost immediately. And again, that was because we moved that rail back to Shady. Shady had to give up some maneuverability though, so that was a sacrifice. So I think we maybe need to find a balance of maybe getting a ship that has the speed for him to escape and have the rail that we need to be landed at the same time as well. And I think that was where our issue and our adjustment can be for our next round. But yeah, that's definitely rail in the first round and not getting him off. And then in the second round, I dropped my 2 rails because I was discouraged and was like, I'm just going to go straight time on target, grab 2 more multis. But then when he went silenced, I didn't have my rails to just pepper his hull with. So
okay. Firefox. I know that that you brought the gunship. This is what the fourth or the fifth round that you've done with the gunship. What do you think? Do you think that that's the best ship in that role? Because we were all very, very worried that you were going to eat damage right off the bat, just like Poison said you would with a cascade.
Just like you did.
Yeah. Because I mean, you were very clearly the focus right off the bat both rounds. I mean, we were sitting there, and I specifically followed you because I'm like, he's going to get lit up. What's the strategy behind that?
Fox, can you hear us?
He might still be dropping packets. So.
No, maybe.
Sorry,
maybe that.
guys. Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I have a very bad connection for tonight, so I am on my 3G key, USB key, so I'm unable to use my own connection because I have a little problem on it. Sorry for the inconvenience. Yes, I'm bloody well aware that the gunship is a very, very, very specialist ship, but we do believe that the mix between the self-launched ship and the tanky procedure of the capacity of the gunship is well enough to go the challenge. It's very challenging to use the ship. The first fight against the renegades, I managed to keep alive on the last fight. This time I was unable because I do believe it was the railgun. They hurt me very hard, but meantime, my SLF is totally able to aim all silent ships in the same time, because if we cannot focus the silent ships, the SLF is able to do this.
Yeah,
so meanwhile, while I am taking evasive maneuvers, I am totally able to make an hit and hard with my SLF on the ship focused me. So my lone solution is to make evasive maneuvers with the gunship around the asteroid. Meanwhile, my shield is coming up once again, and taking only defensive and taking hits with the very efficient hull of the gunship. It's very, very, very difficult, but for me, it's a real challenge to use this ship.
Great. I mean, the last fight, you were the only person to last. You were the longest lasting person in a gunship so far. You actually managed to pull off a reboot. Everyone else that's taking the gunship out has just died really, really fast. So
yeah. It was luck, no more.
So let me ask Exclusive a question. Or so
sure.
I know Kuyu's not in here, but I thought it was very, very curious that he chose to stick with the Cobra, because you guys didn't run a Vulture, which is 2 large hardpoints and very, very, very tanky with shields. So.
Right.
What was the? I know it's probably just familiarity for him. So
yeah, he's very experienced with the Cobra.
Yeah.
Speed.
So can I mean, I don't know. I just felt like that was
we were going for a fast
sacrificing
wing.
DPS on that. But so what was the strategy behind keeping him in that instead of forcing him into a Vulture or something?
I can continue. I do believe my connection is falling. So, Datux, can you answer?
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't for you. Stay out.
Sorry,
No, well-
my connection is moving.
No worries, man.
Basically, the thinking behind it was to have the speed as opposed to like the DPS for him, and since he's so like in tune with the Cobra, that's by far like his best ship. He spent a lot of time in it, like early game and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
I think that's more or less what it was. He's a very, very comfortable flying the Cobra.
Makes
So
sense.
I just stick with the Vulture, and he stuck with that, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, it's I definitely enjoyed the fights today because I mean we talked on stream right before the fight that we had no idea who was going to come out on top of this one, and especially probably about halfway through that first fight, we didn't know who was gonna take that round. You guys were trading
could have went
ships.
either way there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was close both
Mhm.
rounds. It really was a close, like 2 rounds.
It was fun. I mean that was my first time actually ever flying a Diamondback was today, but hey, I don't really care, man.
To
It
be
is what
fair,
it is.
it was-
I had
to
fun.
be
I had
fair,
fun, man. Whatever.
I would say that was probably the funnest fight we've participated in because most of the fights that
Oh,
we've
yeah,
taken,
absolutely.
we basically handled everyone the way AA handled us last week. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it was-
like,
yeah,
so
there was all the fights up until now were really one-sided, and this one was really good. Like I
Yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed
well-
participating.
We were all hoping for a third round here.
Yeah.
It
We
was
were hoping you were
very
going to win
close
that so we
thing.
can have a third. Yeah.
Yeah, this was probably I would say this is the most entertaining fight that I've watched so far, because it even in the second round towards the end, I wasn't quite sure who was going to pull it off because you were down to 2 ships, and both ships were pretty much out of banks, and it could have gone either way. So definitely great job on having an entertaining fight. That is for sure.
yeah, you guys could probably see too. I much enjoyed the maneuverability from those dirty drives too.
Especially at the
Pretty
end.
still. The last few matches in this one, I was bobbing and weaving asteroids
dude,
quite.
Just going back to all
quite
these
quick.
stock ships is just like a friggin' eye opener of how slow a lot of
crazy,
these
right?
ships
Isn't
are
it?
without the dirties, man.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's huge.
for
We almost
go ahead.
need for next year that everyone just gets a free dirty 1 drive or something because that makes a world of a difference.
Yeah.
Like it's really funny you should say that because when we were doing our practice rounds right at the beginning, we weren't really focusing on actually winning fights as much as getting used to stock distributors and stock drives, because it is
Distro.
such
Yeah,
a
that's
stark difference.
absolutely. It's
Distro's
huge.
biggest.
Oh, I know.
Bigger than everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a stark difference because I mean you're used to boosting every 3 or 4 seconds in a fight,
Right.
with
Then you have your grade 5 charge enhanced, and it makes it
Yep.
much easier to do all that
An
while maintaining
idea
fire.
we
Then
toyed with.
as soon as you don't have that, it's just like holy
Yeah,
shit.
it might be worthwhile just to make things faster and more exciting next season to do like a G1 distros and G1 dirty drives as a granted that everybody gets.
Yeah,
And not only
I
that,
think
it'll
the
make it
rule
more
set.
accessible for those who are very used to open PvP as it currently.
Right.
I don't know. Look, we have a year anyway, so it's not.
Yeah,
it's
we
going
got
to be
time.
a year. So
I mean,
I
I
don't
would say
think
that-
I don't
I would say
think it'll be a
definitely
year
next
before we have
year.
4.
I would say definitely next
We
year.
had to grind for engineers, but we don't want to go back now.
Yeah. Next year, I would be very surprised if it was the same rule set. It would be very close to the same rule set, but probably with some additional things because the big thing is making sure that it's accessible to people that want to participate with minimal grinding. So
I mean, if they
Right.
just took fucking god rolls out of engineers, we could have engineer chips.
Do you know what would be
That's
great?
the
And this is an
problem.
idea that we've been throwing around for a while. Did anyone ever play games like The Sims or like this? Actually, no. Better system or better example is the special system in Fallout. Give us a number of points to distribute between each stat. If we want to put 10 points into optimal multiplier on, say, dirty drives, make them
It kinda-
bakers. Make them have no integrity.
I
That's-
will say
that's
though,
a nice
it
idea.
kind of does. It's funny that you say that though, but if you look at any of the God roll dirty drives, they have very low integrity. That the ones that are very high, like the system kind of has that baked in within itself that it trades
Yeah.
off certain stats.
The
for
main
different
problem
stats,
is that
but we have no control over it.
The main
It's
problem
just
is
so
that you
random.
can get god rolls which have massive discrepancies. Like you'll get a
Yeah.
positive on all of the negatives. For example,
Yeah.
one of the guys
Like-
recently got a long range weapon that had 6 kilometer range, -40 thermal, -15 distro, and an effect on it, and you're like, how the fuck do you do that? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
probably the biggest thing that FDev could do to balance engineers is sliders, right? So
That's
if
Yeah.
you move
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
if you move up,
Absolutely.
distribute points between things.
or not,
Because
not
then
even-
at least you can look
yeah,
at
points or something.
somebody and say, okay, he has dirty drives. This is what his theoretical max speed is. This is how much heat he could
It's
produce,
hard.
you know?
Right.
It's hard
Exactly.
to it's hard to say that though, but when I compare to other MMOs and their RNG systems in PvP as well though, there is still RNG elements to it. Like
Yeah.
there's, you know, in Warcraft there's always the rate at which weapons drop, and I know every weapon that drops is the same stat, but to get that weapon to drop takes forever,
just like
and then once you
materials in
do
Elite
get it,
yeah.
you're able to
We
get
can
it, and it's
we can make a mix between the total RNG we have actually with the engineer and a mix of what the commander want to do with his personal engineering element and some RNG. We can have in primary modification a total decision from the commanders, and after in a secondary in a secondary time with a secondary element, a little bit of random. In maximum or in minimum of every section of the modification we can have on the engineering of this particular element. That make every people want to have a total control of what you want to make in this particular element with a little bit of random, because the random is needed too. For the moment, we don't have any possibility to make any kind of modification. We are only waiting about the RNG. It's a totally nonsense for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a silly system, really, but
And so I would say probably one of the worst parts about it is the secondaries, right? Because when you look at the bans, right, for dirty drives, according to all the information you have, if you don't know about those secondaries, best drives you can get is 130s, right? We know that the best
Right.
drives are actually 143s, right?
Yeah.
With secondaries, because if you roll a 130 plus a 10% optimal multiplier secondary, that's 143. How the fuck would you know that unless you did 1,000 rolls and knew that it was a possibility?
You wouldn't. There's no
to be
possible
fair,
way.
I don't think the worst part is the RNG itself, because I do enjoy the element of getting of the excitement of rolling and getting
you
a
have
potential
something
really
different.
fast
Bet you
drive.
love a casino,
But
don't you?
it's the grind to get there that is what makes it so unbearable. And Elite Dangerous is one of those games where yes, there's a constant grind, but just like the systems in the game, the grind is fragmented also. It's not just the game
grind
itself.
is fucking
Grinding
RNG
is
as well.
fragmented. They should make it more fluid in the sense that, okay, I can go and grind credits, and it could cost me absurd amounts of credits, but I should be able to buy all the materials that I want. And if that's how I decide that I want to grind out my mats for RNG at the engineer, that should be my right to do that.
Yeah.
And then in the same
It's
sense,
just
the
so
people that
fucking
don't want to
ridiculous.
go people that don't want to go and sit there flipping mission boards and making money can actually go and grind materials the natural way and do it that way. Maybe there are also some of the people that sell it to the board. I still think the biggest issue with Elite Dangerous as a whole is the lack of a live economy. I think the issue with the Care Bears versus the PvPers is the fact that Care Bears can't pay bigger PvPers to go after the PvPers they don't like. I think there's the fact that we can't exchange any credits in anything in any non-monotonous ways. And to be fair, we could trade unlimited amounts of credits in monotonous ways that they do right now, but it's just a roadblock that's there that doesn't need to be.
You can trade credits.
You're 100% right. I mean, so
Yeah,
think about it like
absolutely,
this,
yeah.
right? With
The
materials.
live economy solves everything.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
totally
so-
agreed with that.
Like
We need
with materials, right? So think about it. You're going to a guy that can take your frame shift drive and up the distance that you can jump from star to star with these materials, right? But you're telling me this guy can't source his own iron? Come on. This guy can modify lasers to bleed through shields, and you need to bring him sulfur? Come on. It's ridiculous. Like, it's just it defies belief. Like this guy can't find fucking sulfur or iron or
I don't
Carbon,
understand
come
why
on.
we can't sell our modules between each other. If we go to all this effort to engineer these things, I don't understand why
Yeah.
we can't sell them or trade them to team members either. Like
And so, like a perfect example of
I don't
that,
get that.
a
I
guy
decide I
used to
want to
be,
retire, I can sell my 141s. Like,
yeah, like a guy that used to be SDC Nitec, right? Absolutely loves the grind. Absolutely loves the grind. This guy he probably kitted out all of his ships, grade 5 everything.
There's one in a million for everything.
Before, but he did that when grade 5 rolls took multiple of mats and the commodities, and they were only dropping one at a time, right? He loved the grind so much he did that, right? He should be able to turn around and sell them if he wants to.
absolutely,
someone,
so that he can make
Yeah.
profit.
exactly.
And that's the other thing with the very limited
Make it
storage
interactive.
space.
In an all open galaxy, if he gets worried about people coming to grief him while he's grinding, he pays a couple muscle to come and escort him while he does it, and then they buy their materials off of him on top of that, which makes him money, and then everybody's fucking happy.
That's
Well,
the
EIC
problem.
does something.
They
like
can
The only
leave.
meaningful
they
way
can-
to interact with somebody in this game is to shoot them or scan them.
Yep.
And it's the
that's
only
Mhm.
meaningful way to
problem.
interact with anything. Look at the barnacles, look at the aliens. It's
I
like,
honestly think
True.
if this community puts forward any more feature recommendations, like as a PvP community, if we put forward any more things, especially with next season over the horizon now, haha, is the economy. And I really think that they should limit it based off of your rank, to put a purpose behind the rank. The only people that can trade unlimited credits between one another would be elite rank, makes a purpose to actually get to elite rather than just founders.
Yep.
And then put a cap on each rank below that. So like if you're a beginner, you can only get given 10,000 credits so you can get into an elite. And
Yeah.
then like once you hit master, competent, deadly, you can get like 10 million. And then once you're at elite, it's unlimited amounts of credits to be traded, and people pay each other, buy things. They need to just open up a true commerce and economy in this.
because imagine
I think
if you could
all
have
the Care
somebody
Bears
who
will
wasn't
stop crying.
necessarily the biggest PvPer, but just said, right, I'm really good at doing this shit. I don't mind sitting down, throwing on a movie, going through and doing a bit of grinding. They can then make that their career in game. It's like
That's
they
what
don't
that's
have to
what
be an
EIC
explorer, a
does,
bounty hunter,
right?
anything. That's their
Yep.
career.
And
EIC
that's the
does
thing.
that
We
with,
have player
with
bases that
mining
want to
stuff.
make their careers out of this.
Yep. I mean,
The
so you
economy,
think
the economy is not enough. I do believe that we need effectively an online real economy in the game, but we need very more social implementation into the game. That means a mutual process between all the fighters and all the traders. For example, we have something existing since the very beginning of the game. It's called Wing. What's this shit? We cannot make we cannot make a real escort for traders, for example. If we have the possibility to
And as
some
PvPers,
PvP
we
players,
can make money that way. Like,
yeah,
Mhm.
we cannot do any kind of thing with these things called Wing, and we have something very exceptional to implement a very good condition between PvE players and PvP players. It's the Wing, it's the traders escort, it's the explorers escort, for example. We can
No, I
make
know, I
something
agree.
very efficient with this
there
kind
needs to be meaning behind fighting, right? Because all of us right now, we PvP because it's fun. It's because it's something
Yeah.
that we
lose
all
money,
enjoy
it's
doing.
actively
Right?
Exactly.
discouraged.
Yeah. But there's literally no incentive to ever do what we do beyond just liking it, right? Nobody makes money at
No.
PvP. It's not
And
possible.
any
costs
other way
money.
you can
It
interact with
costs
players in
money.
the game is practically being
It
abandoned.
costs endless amounts of money. In
Yeah,
this
I
game.
mean, so I think I'm up to almost $500 million in rebuy at this point.
You
Right?
fucking
It's
amateur.
nothing. It's nothing.
yeah. That's nothing.
428 million. 428 million. Sorry, Phil. I don't suck like you do. I don't die all the time.
Oh,
Oh, but how many rebuys? Here. Let me establish this. How many rebuys?
Total claims
Hold on, let me
cost
see.
906
240.
million.
885. Get fucked.
Personally,
Yeah, you gotta get good.
12 million more for tonight.
I'm 90 million short away from $1 billion.
Yeah,
And
I
I
mean
have
most
250
of
rebuys.
SDC is probably close to $1 billion, and I mean, so think about that, right? We've
billion
paid
and over. I think most SEC is over $1 billion.
yeah, so we've paid $1 billion credits. We've paid $1 billion credits just to shoot each other. There's no in-game. There's nothing that impacts that, right? What did that $1 billion credits do? Nothing, literally nothing. There needs to be a way.
It only did it
all
once.
All this stuff needs to count for something, right? There needs to be a reason. Like
The
AA should have a financial incentive to hunt down SDC, right?
Yeah,
13
yeah,
should
yeah.
have
Or
a financial incentive to kill Federation allied commanders, right? There needs to be a way to get money from that, because then there's no such thing as griefing. There's no such thing as griefing. You got killed for a reason. You got killed because you're flying a Fed ship in Empire space, and fuck your federal.
You got
over
killed
that.
because you have a docking computer. That's
Yeah.
a nice one.
plus, like, you
That's
know,
a-
we all want to be Playboy
Yeah.
bounty hunters, just killing
Yeah.
other players for like large sums of money.
You know, it would be perfect if players drop mats based on the level of engineering on their ship. Like
No, and
if I
based
blow
on
up
their-
breakfast melon, he drops exquisite focus crystals, or something along those lines.
And
No, I mean,
the
think
thing
about
is,
that, right?
this-
Because then there
You're
are
a fucking rare
reasons to do
commodity
things.
there.
That he'd be getting smoked everywhere he went. Then I want some.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'll just like
That target on his back.
Where's this dude at? Real quick, let's go find him.
But what I mean by that is like high grade mats, right? And so Phil and I have talked about this a bunch of time, right? Crime and punishment. You know, there needs to be a reason to be a
Yeah.
criminal. There needs to be a reason to be.
People
a bounty
talk
hunter.
about, yeah. I
mean,
agree.
it's just-
there
there's
needs to be a
so
reason to
many
be a
things.
trader,
Even if
an
it's-
engineer, grind, like anything, like, because there are some people that like doing the RNG and could just go and do roll. Some people are just fucking lucky as shit too, and can roll and
That's the
roll and
truth.
roll, like sell their top rolls, and like the player economy is the most needed feature in the next game. If they want this game to have a 10-year lifespan, like they say, the economy is the next major thing that they need to do about anything, because it's going to tie so many of the fragmented things together.
Even if they remove like what is it, like the $1 million bounty you can only get on on an individual. If you just remove that and say like it's 20 million, like I'll go hunt somebody down for 20 million.
Yeah,
Like why
shit.
not? I'm
But
not going
it
to do
would
it.
have-
I'm not
it
going
would
to do
have
it for
to
a million. There's no
It would
way.
have to require someone actually putting 20 million onto a bounty board somewhere, though, saying kill this fucking person.
Well, what if it's
Well,
what if it's like a global bounty? So you get a guy that goes and griefs from systems.
Well, you
What
could
if I can
still
put a
have-
bounty on
CG to
somebody's
whatever.
head?
You could still have the global bounty, but you got to
Right.
remember, like within Elite Dangerous, what commanders are like the Pilots Guild or something like that, or
Federation.
we're not the regular the Pilots Federation or whatever. We're not the regular people in there, so they could still have the regular like game bounties like they have, but they could also add a player federation bounty system. Like,
That's a good idea, actually.
bounty
Yeah.
board.
Yeah.
I mean, so think
Maybe
about it like
if
this.
you kill a player, you gain 10 times the bounty, or a fraction of their rebuy cost, or something like that.
But not even
Yeah.
just
Right.
that, in the sense that, like, if I want to put out a 20 million bounty on Tony Curtis, I can put it on the Pilots Federation bounty board. Someone can go and
That'd
kill
be
him and
interesting.
collect
And then
it from
maybe
the
if you
board.
go to the bounty board, you can give them money, which will add to the bounty, and like say give you their location for an hour or something.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
so think about how cool this would have been if this was in game. Harry goes and kills
Oh
Stallone.
man, it'd be amazing because then
Harry
like,
goes-
I
Harry goes
used
and
to go
kills
up to the
Stallone,
late cluster
and
and hunt
think about-
people, and you could actually do it.
Yeah. Think
Yeah.
about how much people would pay on a bounty to kill Harry right after he killed Stallone.
But the thing
Think
is,
about
if they had,
that.
you got to remember,
One hell of a
you
long
have to
list.
remember, if there was an economy within the game, Harry might not likely have killed Stallone, because he probably would have had a whole bunch of bounties and people wanting to kill him before that could have happened anyway.
It's true. Absolutely true.
So it changes the entire dynamic of
So
how
Poison,
Elite Dangerous
that's
works.
that's how you pitch that to the Care Bears, right? Stallone could have lived if
Oh,
only this
that's-
was in the game.
Yeah.
Someone
If
could have
only you had paid us to kill Harry Potter before it happened.
Yep, it'd have been perfect. Everybody wins except Harry, which is I'm totally fine with, by the way. Just want that on
But
Yeah.
the thing is,
Personally, I love the Care Bears because when I switch to an Elite Dangerous forum, I take my popcorn and my 3D lenses and I begin to read everything. And let's see, yeah, it's a good day for us.
but the other thing is, when you think about how the whole event went down too, and you think about the fact that like SDC could have been paid for their involvement and might have been less likely to stab them in the back. They still could have and said fuck the credits and done it anyway, but at the same time there could have actually been something worthwhile for you guys to do that.
Could have been
other
like,
than
the community pools together. Here's $1 billion for an escort.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd
Also,
be
$1 billion
awesome.
credits is fuck all, but
Well,
you know
so,
what I mean.
so one of the things that we were going to try and do was to ransom Stallone off, right? We were going to the initial plan was to pull her, drop in, kill her entire wing, and then we were gonna ransom her off for 1 billion credits for every
But she was
SDC
just
commander. And
Yeah.
and another thing that we wanted was either Sandro or Braben to publish a letter saying SDC is the best. We didn't think we were gonna get that, but I mean, so think about that, right? Imagine how much cooler that could have been if pulling off a ransom was possible, right? If we could have pulled her, stopped people from being able to drop in on her by shooting out her FSD or something, and then say,
I
okay,
think
this is what we want.
you know what? I really think a bunch of us should put our heads together. Me, you, Ryan, anyone else that wants to put their heads together, come up with a proper feature proposition, put it on the community, sell it to the Care Bears, and have FDev be like, "Oh, this is what we're showing off
This
at
kind of
E3."
thing has actually happened before, where
Yeah.
there were massive like balance documents and stuff. Like we've had quite a few communications with Frontier in the past where
But some
they've
things
reached
do
out
go
and
through.
asked
Not
us.
everything does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like some things go through. Not everything does, but some things do. And if we could
And
show,
that's the thing. Even if some goes through, that's still
Still
a
better
start.
than nothing.
yeah, and we could even put an official petition in.
Yeah, I mean, so like Phil and I have talked at length about crime and punishment and stuff. And
We're actually
restructuring
kind
the
of
universe.
we're still working on it at the moment. We have a huge write up to do about it.
Well,
I mean, it's
I really
hopefully FDev pays attention to the concerns, because I mean it's one thing to balance the game for PvE. And stuff
Personally,
like that,
I
but-
don't bet a single. Personally, I don't bet a single pence on the crime and punishment system presented presently, because it's not effective against a
it's
real
pointless.
PvE.
I really think
totally pointless. Yeah.
I really think the solution to the crime and punishment system is a live economy with like a commander federation.
I don't think we're ever going to get a fully live economy. The game is too far down the road for that. It's like that's a complete rewrite of the code to do that. What we could push for is possibly
it would be so easy for them to implement, though.
No, yes and no, but I think what we could push them for is to have one system with a live market in it, where it's actually player driven.
Yeah.
So I don't
Or maybe
think
just put them
you
in
can
like
list
the
modules.
Yeah.
But they don't
yeah,
even need to do that. They just need to do like a Galnet auction house. And
Or look, not
they
even-
need
they
they
don't
need to make they need to make a Commanders Federation's quarters or whatever it is, Pilots Federation quarters, and in there have like the bounty board, the auction board, the escort board, like the mission
Yeah.
board where players are hiring
Yeah.
for missions.
But so they
there
honestly
needs to
don't
be
even
a-
need to go. They don't even need to do that, right? All they need
And
to do
with the
is enable us to trade modules back and forth and to trade credits back and forth, and someone will make a third party app, and they'll be finished with it.
Yeah.
FDev never needs to touch it.
that third party app would be out in about 12 hours.
Yeah. Because
that
I mean,
third party
the
app will
first
be
thing-
another one of those things we do in the 60% downtime we have. Most of this
Yeah.
game is spent with your hands off the fucking sticks, which is ridiculous.
I
mean,
know.
so
I
Never
know.
spent
It'd be-
so
it would
much
be by the
time
end of
out
the
of a
day.
game.
By the end of the day, someone would have the auction app or something up.
I mean, yeah, as we don't you see the work that goes into Inara and all of those sites. There is I think it's just one guy who runs Inara, but that EDDB and things like that. Like, there's a fleet of guys behind that run all of that and like code on their own free time.
Really talented as well. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's
And in
really.
all honesty, the idea of a single system is not a bad idea either.
I think
Yeah,
if we
something
were
along
to
those
push
lines.
FDev, I think that's where we'd want to be aiming, so they can just have one server. Because if you're going for a market, the reason why the markets are the way they are is because of instancing. The market is only live in that instance when somebody's in that instance. So
Yeah.
it's very hard for them to have all the systems, every station to be
They
a
can't
live
have
market.
all these servers up and running
Exactly, yeah.
100,000 populated systems.
Yeah,
If you
and the
just-
thing
if
is
they
too,
just
that would
open
make
it-
that system so occupied. Oh my god, it would
It would
become
be-
like the
it'd-
Dalaran.
It'd be like the lab
it'd be
cluster
busier
again.
than yeah.
I mean,
And
if you
they
were,
shouldn't make it founders. They should make it something that like
oh,
every
definitely not
pilot has
founders.
access
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
I
no,
think do
no way,
maybe a handful of systems around the Alliance headquarters, the Fed headquarters, and the Imp headquarters. You know?
I think even one system, maybe like a couple together somewhere in the middle, and it would just be a hub of activity then. Like, it'd be like the lab cluster all over again.
So
Yeah,
like a
'cause I would
tiering
love
system
to
for
back
credit
those.
trade value. So based off
But-
of your player rating, you put a cap on how much credits can be traded until you're elite.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
myself and Ryan have touched on this, and basically, like, it would be a place where you can buy and sell mats. You wouldn't need to grind for them. So, I mean, people that are happy to go driving around on planets for hours while they're exploring and things like that would have somewhere to sell their mats. And people who
They
don't
can
want to
make
do
money
that
out of
shit
it.
at all, they can make money from it. And then people who don't want to do that can go buy them. And it will be purely market driven, like it will be supply and demand.
You just
Yeah.
fly there, dump your mats off, whatever gets
Yeah,
sold.
or
gets
if you
sold.
want to go roll for stuff, you go there, buy your mats. And it's completely player driven, like, so it's supply and demand as well.
Yep.
Imagine,
and then within
imagine
that
how much
system,
money you
put a
could have
bounty
made.
board up and a
Imagine how
mission
much
board
money
for
you could have
escorts.
made if you had a bunch of exquisite focus crystals when they removed them from the game. How much money could you have made with that?
Oh,
Oh yeah, you'd have been set for a long time.
People
Yeah.
would have paid hundreds of millions of credits for one exquisite.
I
focus
literally
crystal.
had
Absolutely.
one grade 5 distro, so I couldn't use any other ships in PvP until
Yeah,
they
you're
came
just
back.
stuck.
Yeah, like I couldn't make anything that was viable because 10% recharge on weapons, on engines,
enough.
and on systems, like that is 10% of my combat viability just gone. And you know,
Yep.
if I'm
Yeah.
fighting against somebody who's around my skill level, that means I lose. You
Yep.
know, if it's more or less equal ships, and that's such a pain in the ass.
because in all honesty, I don't think anybody would be crying about leaving the engineering system exactly the way it was if we could all just buy our mats, make money from people, so that we have to don't grind 100 hours.
Yeah.
And the only
Absolutely.
grind we have to do is actually rolling for our friggin' module and getting awesome shit out of it.
Definitely.
Right, guys. As much as I'd love to sit here and fantasize about the game we could have,
Yeah.
I'm going to call
Yeah.
this.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. It's,
Good shit,
as
guys.
Ryan said earlier, it's definitely been one of the most entertaining fights so far. We look forward to your fights next week. It's going to be 51st. Hang on, I get my thing.
Against Adels, Armada.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Right. So I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to do it. Get rid of that fucking gunship, man. That gunship will die so fast.
keep the gunship. We'll treat it well.
We'll see.
13th versus who you guys next week?
RNG.
RNG.
That's going to be another good fight. That
That'll
could
be
go
a good
either way. Yeah, I wouldn't like to be betting money on that now. Which way that's
No.
going to go?
Definitely.
So, guys, thanks very much.
problem.
Congratulations to 51st, commiserations to 13th, and yeah, this has been great.
All right. Take it
Thank
easy,
you.
guys.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you, guys. And good fight for everybody, and good luck, and fly smart all.
See you soon.
Yep.
Later, guys.
See you guys.
See ya.